भवानमस्मिन् नौमि। हरे कृष्ण माता जी।
थैंक यू। वेंकट नरसिम्हा प्रभु, हरे कृष्णा।
हरे कृष्ण माता जी। यदा योगेश्वर दृश्यमानं क्रियाफलं सद्व्यवहारमूलं न हि अजंसा तत्त्वविमर्शनाय भवानमुष्मिन् भ्रमते मनो मे। हरे कृष्ण माता।
थैंक यू। विजय कुमारी माता जी, हरे कृष्णा।
हरे कृष्ण माता जी। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। यत् आह योगेश्वर दृश्यमानं क्रियाबलं सद्व्यवहारमूलं न हि अंजसा तत्त्वविमर्शनाय भवान् अमुष्मिन् प्रमदे मनो मे। हरे कृष्ण माता जी। थैंक यू माता जी।
हरे कृष्णा। मधुमय कृष्ण कांता माता जी, हरे कृष्णा।
हरे कृष्ण माता जी। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। यदाह योगेश्वर दृश्यमानं क्रियाफलं सद्व्यवहारमूलं न हि अंजसा तत्त्वविमर्शनाय भवान् अमुष्मिन् भ्रमते मनो मे। थैंक यू माता जी। हरे कृष्णा।
ओके, प्रफुल्ला माता जी, हरे कृष्णा।
हरे कृष्ण माता जी। प्रणाम माता जी। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। यदा योगेश्वर दृश्यमानं क्रियाफलं सद्व्यवहारमूलं न हि अंजसा तत्त्वविमर्शनाय भवान् अमुस्मिन् भ्रमते मनो मे। हरे कृष्ण माता जी। थैंक
थैंक
यू
यू।
माता।
उषा भट्ट माता जी, हरे कृष्णा।
हरे कृष्ण माता जी। प्रणाम माता जी।
धन्यवाद प्रणाम।
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। यदा योगेश्वर दृश्यमानं क्रियाफलं सद्व्यवहारमूलं न हिंजसा तत्त्वविमर्शनाय भव भवा भ्रमते मे। थैंक यू माता जी। हरे कृष्ण।
Thank you, Krishna. Okay, Leena Mataji onwards, please keep your hands raised. We will read the next verse. Okay? Don't keep your hands down. Please keep it raised. यद आह योगेश्वरादृश्यमानं क्रियाफलं सद्व्यवहारमूलं न हि अंजसा विमर्शनाय भवान् अमुस्मिन् भ्रमते मनो मे। Yet that which Aha have said, Yoga Ishwar, O master of mystic power, Drashyamanam, being clearly seen, Kriya Phalam, the results of moving the body here and there, such as feeling, fatigue, Sat, existing, Vyavahara Moolam, whose basis is etiquette alone, Na, not he certainly, Anjasa, on the whole or in fact, Tattva Vimarshanaya, for understanding the truth by consultation. Bhavan, your good self, Amushmin, in that explanation. Brahmate is bewildered, Mana, mind, may mind. Translation by His Divine Grace Shabbat Ki Jai. O Master of Yogic Power, you said that fatigue resulting from moving the body here and there is appreciated by direct perception. But actually, there is no fatigue, it simply exists as a matter of formality. By such inquiries and answers, no one can come to the conclusion of the absolute truth. Because of your presentation of this statement, my mind is a little disturbed. Purport by His Divine Grace Shabbat Ki Jai. Formal inquiries and answers about the bodily conception do not constitute knowledge of the absolute truth. Knowledge of the absolute truth is quite different from the formal understanding of bodily pains and pleasures. In Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna informs Arjuna that the pains and pleasures experienced in relation to the body are temporary. They come and go. One should not be disturbed by them, but should tolerate them and continue with spiritual realization. Okay, Leena Mataji, please go ahead. Verse 5 and 6.
हरे कृष्ण माताजी। धन्यवाद प्रणाम।
Then,
ब्राह्मण उवाच अयं जनो नाम चलन पृथिव्यां यः पार्थिव कस्य हेतौ तस्यापि चाङ्ग्ररधिगुल्फ जङ्घान् अनुरूपमध्यो रशिरोधरांशाम् अंसेधिदार्वी शिबिका च यस्यां सौवीरराज्येत्यपदेश आस्ते यस्मिन् भवान् रूढनिजाभिमानो राजास्मि सिन्धुष्विति दुर्मदान्धः। हरे कृष्ण माताजी।
Thank you.
थैंक
Madhu Mataji, Hare Krishna.
हरे कृष्ण माताजी दंडवत प्रणाम।
Nirmala.
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ब्राह्मण उवाच अयं जनो नाम चलन् पृथ्व्यां यः पार्थिवः पार्थिव कस्य हेतो तस्यापि चाग्निरोरधि गुल्फजङ्घा जानुरुमध्योरशिरोधरांसा अंसे अधिदार्वी शिबिका च यस्यां सवीरराजेत्युपदेश आस्ते यस्मिन् भवान् रूढनिजाभिमानो राजास्मि सिन्धुष्वति दुर्मान्धः। थैंक यू माताजी। हरे
Thank
कृष्ण।
you. Revati Mataji, Hare Krishna.
हरे कृष्ण माताजी प्रणाम माताजी।
Pranam.
ब्राह्मणोवाच अयं जनो नावसवन् पृथिव्यां यः पार्थिव पार्थिव कस्येह होदः तस्याभिशाङ्गृयो अधिकुल्पजङ्गा जानुरमद्योरशिरोदरां सह अंसेह अधितार्वीसिपिकस यस्यां सौवीरराजेति अवदेश आस्ते यस्मिन् भावनरूढनिजाभिमानो राजस्वामी सिन्धुष्व इति दुर्मदान्तः। हरे कृष्ण माताजी थैंक यू वेरी मच। प्रणाम माताजी।
Srinivas Dayamay Prabhu. Srinivas Prabhu, is this
Hare,
you? Did you get initiated?
yes, Mataji. Hare Krishna
Oh,
Mataji.
Hare
Dandavad pranam.
Krishna. Congratulations. Pranam.
Thank you, Mataji. Brahmano vacha ayam jano nama chalan prithivyaam यः पार्थिव पार्थिव कस्य हेतोः तस्यापि चाङ्ग्र्योरधि गुल्फजङ्गा जानुरु मध्योरशिरोधरां साः अंसेदि दार्वी शिबिका च यस्यां सौवीरराजेत्यपदेश आस्ते यस्मिन् भवान् रूढनिजाभिमानो राजास्मि सिन्धुष्विति दुर्मदान्धः।
Very
हरे
nice.
कृष्ण।
Thank you, Hare Krishna. Suramya Madhavi Mataji.
Yes. Hare Krishna Mataji. Dandavad
Thank you.
pranam.
Nirmala.
ब्राह्मण उवाच अयोजनोनां चलनं पृथिव्यां य पार्थिव पार्थिव कस्य हेतोः तस्यापि चाङ्घ्रोरधिगुल्फजङ्घा शिरोधरांसाः अंसेधिदार्वी शिबिका च यस्यां सौवीरराजेत्यपदेश आस्ते यस्मिन् भवान् रूढनिजाभिमानो राजास्मि सिन्धुष्विति दुर्मदान्धः। हरे कृष्ण माताजी
Thank you,
दंडवत
Hare
प्रणाम।
Krishna. Shubha Rao Prabhuji, Hare Krishna.
हरे कृष्ण माताजी दंडवत प्रणाम।
Nirmala.
ब्राह्मण उवाच अयं जनो नाम चलन् पृथिव्यां यः पार्थिव पार्थिव कस्य हेतोः तस्यापि चाङ्ग्र्योरधिगुल्फजन्यात् यानूरुमध्योरशिरोधरांशाः हंसेधि दार्वी शिबिका च यस्यां सौवीरराजेत्यपदेश अस्ते यस्मिन् भवान् रूढनिजाभिमानो राजास्मि सिन्धुष्विति दुर्मदान्धः। हरे कृष्ण।
Thank you. Brahmana Uvacha Ayam Jano Nama Chalan Prithivyaam Yaha Parthivaha Parthiva Kasya Heto Tasyapi Changryor Adhigulpajangaha Januro Madhyora Shirodarsha Shaha Amshe Adhidhar Vise Bikacha Yasyam Savira Rajeti Apadesha Aste यस्मिन् भवान् रूढनिजाभिमानो राजास्मि सिन्धुष्व इति दुर्मदान्धः। Okay. Brahman Uvacha. The Brahman said, I am this Jana person, Nam, celebrated as such, Chalan, moving, Prithviyam, on the earth, Yaha, who, Parthivaha, a transformation of the earth, Parthiva, O king who possesses a similar earthly body, Kasya, for what? Heto, reason, Tasya api, of him also, Cha, and Angreo, feet. Adhi, above. Gulpaha, ankles. Jangha, calves. Janu, knees. Uru, thighs. Madhyora, waist. Shiradhara, neck. Ansha, shoulders. Amshe, shoulder. Adi, upon. Dharvi, made of wood. Sibika, planking. Cha and Yasyam, on which Savira Raja, the king of Savir. Iti, thus, Apadeshaha, known as Asti, there is. Yasmin, in which Bhavan, your lordship. Ruddha, imposed upon. Nija Abhimana, having a conception of false prestige. Raja Asmi, I am the king. Sindhusho, in the state of Sindhu. Iti, thus, Durmada Andha, captivated by false ego. Translation by His Divine Grace, Srimad Srila Prabhupada ki jai. The self-realized Brahman Jad Bharat said, among the various material combinations and permutations, there are various forms and earthly transformation. For some reason, these move on the surface of the earth and are called Plankin carriers. For some reason, okay, those material transformations which do not move are gross material objects like stones. In any case, the material body is made of earth and stone in the form of feet, ankles, calves, knees, thighs, torso, throat, and head. Upon the shoulders is the wooden plankin, and within the plankin is the so-called king of Savir. The body of the king is simply another transformation of earth, but within that body, your lordship is situated and falsely thinking that you are the king of the state of Savir. Puppet by His Divine Grace Prabhupada ki jai. After analyzing the material bodies of the plankin carriers and the plankin passenger, Jad Bharat concludes that the real living force is the living entity. The living entity is the offshoot or offspring of Lord Vishnu. Therefore, within this material world, among moving and non-moving things, the real principle is Lord Vishnu. Due to his presence, everything is working and there are actions and reactions. One who understands Lord Vishnu as the original cause of everything is to be understood to be perfectly situated in knowledge. Although he was falsely proud of being a king, King Rahugan was not really situated in knowledge. Therefore, he was rebuking the plankin carriers, including the self-realized Brahman Jad Bharat. This is the first accusation Jad Bharat made against the king, who was daring to talk to a learned Brahman from the flimsy ground of ignorance, identifying everything with matter. King Rahugan argued that the living entity is within the body, and that when the body is fatigued, the living entity within must therefore be suffering. It is clearly explained in the following verse that the living entity does not suffer due to the body's fatigue. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti gives an example of a child heavily decorated with ornaments. Although the child's body is very delicate, he does not feel fatigue, nor do the parents think that his ornament should be taken away. The living entity has nothing to do with bodily pains and pleasures. These are simply mental concoctions. An intelligent man will find the original cause of everything. Material combinations and permutations may be a matter of fact in the worldly dealings, but actually the living force, the soul, has nothing to do with them. Those who are materially upset take care of the body. Those who are materially upset take care of the body and manufacture Daridra Narayan, poor Narayan. However, it is not a fact that soul or super soul becomes poor simply because the body is poor. These are the statements of ignorant people. The soul and super soul are always apart from bodily pains and pleasures. Amazing. Om Agyan Timirandasya Gyananjan Shalakaya Chakshur Unmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Shri Chaitanya Mano Vishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Gadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam. Hey Krishna Karna Sindhu Dinbandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kantha Radha Kantha Namastute Tapta Kanchan Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Prishpanuste Devi Pranamami Hari Priya. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advait Gadadhar Shri Sadi Gaur Bhakti Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare. Namam Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Namne. Namaste Saraswati Devi Gaurvani Pacharine Nirvishesh Shunyavadi Paschati Deshadarine. So nice verse, right? So verse number 4 is, O master of yogic power, you said that fatigue resulting from moving the body here and there is appreciated by direct perception, but actually there is no fatigue. It simply exists as a matter of formality. By such inquiries and answers, no one can come to the conclusion of the absolute truth. Because of your presentation of this statement, my mind is a little disturbed. Jad Bharat, the self-realized Brahman Jad Bharat said, among the various material combinations and permutations, there are various forms and early transformations. For some reason, these move on the surface of the earth and are called Plankton carriers. Those material transformations which do not move are gross material objects like stones. In any case, the material body is made of earth and stone in the form of feet, ankles, calves, knees, thighs, torsos, throat, and head. Upon the shoulders is a wooden plankin, and within the plankin is the so-called king of Sovira. The body of the king is simply under the transformation of earth, but within that body your lordship is situated, and falsely thinking that you are the king of the state of Sovira. This is a very nice way of conversation. So we are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam. 5th canto, Creative Impetus, chapter number 12. What is the name of the chapter?
Rahuguna converses with
Maharaja Rahuguna and Jadabharata.
So conversation. So they're having the Jad Bharat converses with Maharaj Rahugan. And what is the mood of the chapter? What is Rahugan asking Jad Bharat now?
Because he's not able to grasp. Because he's not able to grasp the instructions, he again asking to speak him repeatedly.
She said that the instructions that you have given are not very clear, and Prabhupada writes that they're not clear because the intelligence is not very sharp. And we discussed that what made the intelligence not very sharp is because he was not in the mood of surrender. Right? But out of Jad Bharat's kindness and mercy, he gave the instructions anyway. But now Jad Bharat is in the mood of surrender. He has surrendered, and now his attitude is proper, so the understanding will be more deep. Right? It will be from the proper place. And he says that his eyes are covered with a cloud of pride. But I understand that you want to remove that cloud of pride. So please give me the instructions in a manner that I can understand my mind. And now the first question he poses is that, remember Rahugan said to Jad Bharat earlier, 2 chapters ago, that when the body is fatigued, the living entity within the body also feels fatigued, because they are both one and the same thing, right? Now Jad Bharat told him that the bodily fatigue does not touch the soul. It has nothing. Soul has nothing to do with bodily fatigue. Now he doesn't even understand that answer. So he's asking this. You said that fatigue resulting from moving the body here and there is appreciated by direct perception, but actually there is no fatigue. It simply exists as a matter of formality. Okay, by such inquiries and answers, no one can come to the conclusion of the absolute truth. Because of your presentation of this statement, my mind is a little disturbed. Jad Bharat is very focused in giving the instructions which are relevant to the realization of the absolute truth. Now, when Rahugan was inquiring sarcastically from Jad Bharat, that you are not able to carry the plankin because probably you are very tired, probably because you're old. Remember that time when he was sarcastically saying sitting inside the plankin? Remember that time? He was making these statements?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
right. So he said that you're very tired, you're very fatigued, you probably does not have strength. Like he made these kind of statements. I'm paraphrasing, of course. But Jad Bharat said there is no fatigue of the soul. It is just a formality that the body has gotten fatigue, but the soul has not gotten fatigue at all. He can't understand how is that. Then Jad Bharat, okay, this is a way of answering. Jad Bharat, out of his compassion, repeats everything. And he repeats in such a manner that he actually is addressing the king, but he's making it sound that the king is a third person. So basically, if I talk to you, let's say I'm talking to Dhanya Dhameshwari Mataji about her life. Okay, but I am talking to her as if indicating her as a third person or a character in a story where she is the lead role, but she is the third person. So she is herself able to get like a 360-degree view of her own life. Like, for example, if somebody is instructing me about, doing, let's say, cooking I'm just making up an example to explain what I'm trying to say, but this is a very nice way of conversation that Jad Bharat is doing with Rahugan. That let's say somebody is instructing me how to properly cook for deities in the kitchen. Let's say I did not, there are etiquette, right, for cook for deities in the kitchen. Like you have to take bath, you have to wear sari, you have to do achaman, then you have to make the paraphernalia clean. You should not submerge your nails and fingers in the food. Right, everything has to be like cleaned at the same time. You should not talk. You can only chant. No conversation. No puss, like that. The consciousness has to be very clean. So outside cleanliness, inside cleanliness. But let's say I'm not following the standard. Okay. Now somebody else comes, a senior devotee notices and then comes and wants to correct me. One way is saying that you are supposed to know this, enroll yourself in what is that, Sadachar classes and learn and then come back. Like one way is I'm going to present to you two scenarios and you tell me which is going to be more impactful. One way is, Mataji, sorry, you're not following our kitchen standards. We have a course called Vaishnava Sadachar. You go attend that course, and the portion of, etiquette of maintained in the dairy kitchen, and then you come back. Okay. Other way of correcting me in that scenario would be, that says, okay, there was a devotee called Prem Kishori who had intense desire to cook for the deities, and it would have been so nice if she would have, followed these etiquettes, like wore the sari and did the achaman, cleaned the paraphernalia, did not submerge her nails and fingers in the drinks, or while cooking, she was thinking only of the deities and chanting Hare Krishna and not being on the phone or replying to WhatsApp messages. That would have been such a nice offering to the deities right from scratch. Which is a better way of preaching? Saying that, okay, go learn from the course, or the other way, where you actually are talking to me, but making me sound like a third person? Which is a better way?
Yes, the
Second
second
one,
one.
Mataji. And making it third. Second one. Second way.
Second one, Hana. So this, so he's doing that. This is one rasa. This is the rasa. He's doing that. That among various material combinations and permutations, there are various forms and earthly transformations. So say, okay, there is earth, and the earth is like various combinations and permutations of various forms we generate. Some forms are moving on the surface of the earth, and they are called plankton carriers. Some forms do not move, and they are called stones. And some form but in any case, either whether it is a plankton carrier who's moving on the surface of the earth, or a stone which is laying on the surface of the earth without moving, is made up of different combinations and of earth and stone. And the earth and stone combination can present in this form, like feet are there, ankles are there, calves are there, knees are there, thighs, torso, throat, and head. And then the forms which are moving on the surface of the earth that plankton carriers have a wooden plankin on the shoulder. Now, within the wooden plankin is sitting a person who is thinking himself to be king of Savira. Now, king of Savira, actually the body of the king is also another transformation of earth. But the real thing is in the heart, where the soul and the super soul is sitting. He has not taken the name Rahugan or King Rahugan. You see this? He has just addressed it as King of Savira, who is thinking himself wrongly as this, but actually he is a living entity. Did you understand this? Such a nice way of presentation. Because king, he wants to understand in the simplest language possible. And now he doesn't want hi-fi language. And Jada Bharat is this is the simplest language in a most compassionate manner that he's putting forward. Yeah, do we agree? Yes?
Yes,
Or no?
Mataji.
This is
Yes.
such a way of such a nice way of putting the point across without really chastising or insulting or embarrassing the other person. We can all adopt this method in our lives for ourselves and for others. Okay, but the philosophical part, which is explained in the purport by Srila Prabhupada, is that basically Jad Bharat is trying to tell King Rahugan that you're missing the point. You know, you're very, very thick with your designation as a king of province of Savira, a state of Savira, but you're really missing the point that you're actually a living entity, and living entity is nothing but an offshoot or offspring from Lord Vishnu. So you're missing the real principle is that's what is the reality. Okay, everything else is a transformation, is an add-on. And now these are the talks that we are supposed to do. Not the talks of who is the king, who is the planking carriers, how is the carrier going, planking will be carried by the planking carrier, and how much are we going to serve serve the king without getting paid, which is going to come in subsequent verses, basically. Okay, so he is saying that actually the first accusation Jad Bharat made against the king, who was daring to talk to a learned Brahmin from the flimsy ground of ignorance, identifying with matter. So this is the first accusation, that you are very, very ignorant. You are talking from the ground of ignorance, but you're really missing the point. And in English language, in the literature language, it says you're actually missing the elephant in the room. You're talking about ants here and there, but missing the elephant in the room. We are all doing it. Okay, in our lives, we are all doing it. We are looking for fixing this problem, that problem, fulfilling this desire, that desire, running here and there, or intending to run somewhere, but actually not coming inside, not really understanding or missing the point, completely missing the point that I actually have nothing to do with all this. So I need to pause. That's why it is highly recommended. Where did I get that? I'll think of the reference. I think it was a lecture by Swami Bhagwan Keshav Maharaj that disconnect to connect. So disconnect to connect, like take few days off on regular basis from the regular so-called routine and try to connect with the devotees who have nothing else but other than serving Krishna as their main goal. Okay, shut the phone down, or if you can't shut it down, then minimize it, but really immerse, one should do that. If one says that I have no time, the life is so busy, you see, nothing is difficult for Krishna. If we put a petition to the Supreme Personality of Godhead to give such opportunities, they will come. And actually in Kali Yuga, because of chanting Hare Krishna, because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is very merciful. So whatever we want to advance in Krishna consciousness comes at a faster rate. Because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu knows that we have a very less time. It won't take long. You see, how many of you, or how many of all of us thought that, we'll be studying Bhagavad Gita and actually preaching Bhagavad Gita to the whole world? How many of us thought in our lifespan? How many of us?
No, Mataji.
No one, Mataji. I think I never.
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 But because of the mercy of pure devotee, who's very honest with their own lives, like Namanishta Prabhu. Of course, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu acts through such devotees. It came very fast. It came very fast. Like that, this is going to happen very fast if we really put the petition. But the thing is that we don't have faith that Krishna is powerful enough to fix my life. Okay, this is a reality. Okay, Krishna is there, very nice. He's dancing in Golok Vrindavan, but I have to manage my life here. So you see, we are really missing the point because Krishna is there everywhere. Right? We sing Narsimha Arti. In Narsimha Arti, what do we sing? Bahir Narsimha, do you know? Hridaye
Yes, Bahir
Narsimha.
Narsimha, Hridaye Narsimha, Yato Yato
Yato
Yami
Yato
Tato
Yami.
Tato
And Krishna says to Arjun in Bhagavad Gita, Yomam Pashyati Sarvatra. What is it?
Sarvancha Mai Pashyati.
Then, what is the Sarvancha Mai Pashyati? Then, Te Nigrihani. If whoever sees me everywhere and sees everything in me, to him I am never lost and he is never lost to me. And then Krishna gives 82 opulences in 10th chapter of Bhagavad Gita to give us the vision, not the globe, not the vision from the material perspective, but the vision in the heart. And then we can use our eyes to see where is Krishna here. Taste of water, like the light of sun, the light of moon, ability in a man, syllable Om. But the problem is that the faith doesn't develop. The faith only develops by the mercy of the pure devotees, and the mercy of the pure devotee comes by service, and the attitude of service comes by association of the devotees. Okay, so here King Rahugan had argued that when the body within the living entities within the body, and then when the body is fatigued, the living entity within must therefore be suffering. But it is clearly explained that it is not suffering, it is just experiencing, right? Dehino asmin yatha dehe, which is experiencing. For example, if we are sitting in a train or near the window seat, and then we see the train is passing through so many cities, so many towns. You know, in 3-hour journey, we see so many places, so many people engaged in different activities in different places. But because they are doing those activities, because there are so many cities, are we imbibing their experiences as well? Are we also doing the same thing as they are doing? Or we are just experiencing that, okay, this is what they are doing?
We are experiencing.
So similarly, we also are experiencing. What is that? Soul I'm not the body, I am the soul who is experiencing the body. So there is an experience, but it appears real because of the strong identification with the mind. That's the root cause, and then the identification has to be modified, rectified, basically. Okay, so it's not that the soul is ever fatigued. Do you have that experience? And it's if you're so tired, but you start chanting Hare Krishna, especially early in the morning, it's so difficult to get up and chant Hare Krishna. But if you do it and you somehow pull through and get out of the bed, take bath, go for Mangalarti, start chanting, suddenly you feel fresh. Does it happen to you?
Yes, Mataji.
Suddenly it's like, okay, where is that fatigue gone, which was just, overpowering my existence a few minutes ago. So Vishwanath Chakravarti Prabhupada is giving example of a child which is heavily decorated with ornaments. We don't have such experience seeing children with heavily decorated ornaments. Do you have that experience? We don't have that experience. I don't have it. But Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur is saying that it's not that the child is wearing so many ornaments, the body is very tired. Neither does the parents think that their body is very tired. Everyone is there. They are simply mental concoctions. So concoction means there is no fact. But then we make it a fact. In medicine, I remember when I was in medical college, we had the eye ophthalmology rotation, and I remember our professor teaching us I still remember it, when we are looking at something from our eyes, the image is formed at the back of the brain, but the question is the image is formed upside down. Let's say I'm looking at someone who is standing with their head up and legs down, but my brain is registering it as the head down and legs up. So they don't understand that how we are making that image in the back of the brain, but we are perceiving it as head up and legs down. हाँ, ब्रेन में इमेज है कि legs are up and head is down, but experience में image है that we are looking at the person with head up and legs down. So it's a concoction. What is, ei manda, ei bhala, sabhi manobhrama. So material combinations and permutations are just a fact of material dealings. But living soul has nothing to do with it. I have seen devotees who are very sincere in Krishna consciousness, who dedicate their body, mind, and words to the service of Krishna with utmost sincerity, and are following the acharyas. They start looking like, very effulgent personalities. They start looking like, I would say some of them to me look like, belonging to the 6 Goswamis. Because that's where the subtle body is going. That's where we start manifesting our bodily features based on what the mind has. Okay, and these subtleties can be perceived by somebody who's chanting Hare Krishna very sincerely, because then we get the knowledge from the heart. Okay, so basically understand that what is a way of conversation that is going on here. It is a very sweet way. He's chastising, but at the same time chastising to leave impact or to make him understand. It's not that he's trying to find a fault. One thing I've learned in Krishna consciousness repeatedly is, if I am not able to rectify or uplift other person from the mistake, then I don't have any right to point out that mistake. If I do, then it becomes an offense. Okay. So if I'm not able to, if somebody is walking funny and walking with a limp, and then I go and, start making fun, how they're walking. But if I cannot help that person to come back to the state of health or normalcy, I cannot laugh at that person, because then I'm offending that person. Okay. So here there's no offense going on, because Jad Bharat is actually finding out different ways of teaching. The Shastras also teach us how to teach, how to preach, how to study. This is one way of teaching, is to give that person the experience of their own life, with them as a protagonist in a story that you tell, with them as but then giving them the outside experience, like I discussed. Okay, understand that that the body may get fatigued. It always gets fatigued. Every day it gets fatigued. But I have very good news that I am not the body, so I don't get fatigued. Even though it may be fatigue, the experience of fatigue is there. So what do? We tolerate. Okay, we don't like go on bragging or complaining about it. We tolerate. We give the body what it needs, but not to the level of its greed. Okay, and then he's saying that how King Rahugan, you are, very much flimsy with the ignorance, and you portrayed yourself as very learned person, and it's not something that these kind of conversations don't lead to the conclusion of the absolute truth. They're very low level conversations, which we discussed yesterday. That Jiva Goswami Prabhupada gives 3 levels of conversations, right? Conversation about people, conversation about events, and then the highest is conversation about the wisdom. So we have a choice. Krishna consciousness gives us a choice of living. We have a choice that what modality or what choice are we going to choose as to how I'm going to go on with my life. If I go, it may be uncomfortable because it is something which is new in this life, but it is the right thing, because we have a backup from the acharyas, shastras, devotees. But if we go on following our society norms, or if we go on following the mental concoction, then we don't have a backup. We are on our own. And then that's a dangerous place to be. Okay, so choose.